Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Life Coaching Access, your daily access with professional certified life coaches brought to you by Life Coach Philippines. And Life Coach Philippines is our community of professional life coaches certified by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs, which is a bona fide institute for mental health that is based in Dallas, Texas, USA. And Life Coaching Access is our service to the community, and we aim to help individuals experience the process of transformation through the platform of life coaching. So if you want to know more about our international coaching classes and services, please connect with Coach Rizel through 0917-586-1661 for assistance. And I am Coach Tin de Joya. Hello again to everyone, and you are watching Relationlift, Rebuilding from Broken Trust and Boundaries. And your access with me is every Monday from 3 at 3 p.m. So for my segment today, I will be sharing to you L.O.V.E in marriage, or love in marriage. We're now on letter V, value your spouse. So what is value in marriage, and is it about your principles or how you make the other person feel worthy in the relationship? So please tag your friends in the comment below and invite them to join our conversation today. You may also share this FB Live to your timeline and FB groups and pages so that we can reach more people and help transform lives. So for those of you who is seeing, welcome to relationship. And but before that, let me invite you, as I've mentioned earlier, we're going to be having a mental health, we're going to be having a certification that's for batch 48 this coming February 19 and 25. So you still have time to enroll. So if you want to be a change agent like us, you also wanted to go empowering people and motivating and empowering people and transforming their lives, do join us. You're welcome to join us as a life coach. The next class is on February 19 and 25. So just connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661. And also, if you are also a mental health advocate, which is what our institute is also advocating, and you want to help people who are sufferers or who have mental health conditions, or you are caring for someone, or you know someone who is needing help in this area. If you want to know more about what mental health is, and be responsible to really be able to help others, then do join us. The next mental health certification is on February 27, 28, and March 5. And all you have to do is connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661 to know more about it. And of course, I am Coach Tin de Joya. If this is the first time you're joining me, I am also a certified life coach and mental health coach by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs based in Dallas, Texas, USA. I am a mom of two teenagers. I am also a mental health advocate. And um, I have been an HR practitioner for more than a decade in one of the largest BPO in the country until I decided to go full time for life coaching. And of course, my mission is to help 1 million women who are fighting to keep the relationship, to be whole, to love, and to create a space where the family thrives. So that's what I am. That is my battle cry, creating a family that thrives. So if you are one of those 1 million women, do connect with me. Let's have a conversation and see how we can create this movement to be able to help more women out there and really create a safe space for our children and our children's future. So what I ask you today is for you to be intentional with what you're gonna be learning, what we're gonna be learning today. So if something connects with you, or or one of the statements can help someone then do share it through your timeline or FB pages and send it out to that someone, to bless that someone and really help out the person. So do not forget to use the hashtag pack my bag moment, and of course Relationlift hashtag Relationlift, and hashtag life coaching access, so that I will be able to locate or find the postings you make, and also make comments, and and also share it as well. So do not forget to use those hashtags, so that it will be easier for us also to respond to the comments you have made. So for today, we're going to be talking about love in marriage, value your spouse. But before that, let me welcome the coaches who have joined me this afternoon. Of course, we have Coach Nilo. Hello, Coach Nilo. I miss you. Hope to see you soon. And yes, we have Coach Candy, Master Coach Jasmine, and my better half, Coach Sean. Coach Sean. So thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. So we're gonna be talking about valuing your spouse. Di ba pag in love ka kasi, when you enter into the relationship, syempre valuable talaga sa'yo yung partner mo or yung loved one mo. And as you go along in the marriage, at times hindi mo na alam kung may value pa ba or wala. Kasi nandun na kayo sa loob ng relationship. And it's not always easy to really be able to see how that value is, especially pag madami ng issues or may problema na sa relationship, hindi na din madali kung ano pa ba yung value, ano ba yung value na dapat meron sa relationship. Paano ko ba ipapakita sa kanya na worth it yung relationship namin. So, that's where what are we gonna be talking about. So, how do you really value your marriage, your spouse? Marriage can just happen. Pag naisipan yung mag-asawa na, madali lang yun, di ba? But really being in that space, especially pag humahaba na yung samahan, at times there are a lot of considerations, a lot of thinking that you have to do. And for your spouse to feel emotionally safe is for him to believe how incredibly valuable he is. So this is the essence of having that respect, that honor in the relationship. So this is what we're gonna be talking about. What is really the value that we are looking for in your, and how do you show that value to your spouse? So in my case, we've of course, not everyone starts the right way, di ba? The right way meaning you get married, then you build a family. Sa amin, nauna munang magkaanak before we really started building the family. So, before marriage pala, I mean. So, yun yung case na. So, di ba pag inisip mo, kung ganun ka gulo yung relationship when you started, na parang out of dumating kasi ako sa point na when we started, parang, at syempre nabuntis ako ng husband ko, at hindi pa kami kasal noon. So, you will call it na hindi pa, kumbaga hindi blessed. So, parang, sabi ko, I don't wanna get married because I don't want to be in a position that we got married because I got pregnant. So, may ganun akong idea. Yes, it is kinda a liberating idea, a liberated woman's idea. And I don't suggest that you do it, especially for everyone who's watching out there na mga singles pa. I don't suggest you do it. But for me, may ganun talaga akong position na let's not get married because I am pregnant. Because along the way, I know there will be a lot of issues. And add to it the fact that we had an age gap, and I am more matured or older than him. We have a 7-year age gap. So at the back of my mind, there was, yes, I value you, but I have to really look into a perspective na there could be a lot of things that's gonna happen in the marriage or along the way that ayokong may regret kaming dalawa. But I value him. So alam mo yung I have to measure whether it's really worth it to get married or not. Siyempre, sino ba namang babae ang ayaw ikasal, di ba? Pero hindi sa akin at on my end, it's not a point na gawin siya kasi nga nauna yung baby before the marriage. Hello, Yonor. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. So, isa siya sa mga tinitingnan ko noon on when we started the relationship. But even if you're already married in church or not, remember your relationship is a tripartite agreement. Lagi ko itong naririnig kay Master Coach Shay. It's your relationship between God, your husband, and the wife. So, a value in marriage means knowing your worth and knowing your partner's worth. And it can only be if God is in your midst, because you will always have to look at everything in God's light. And your marriage is a tripartite agreement. And worth can only be given in the tough moment when we are always able to find God in the equation. Pag magulo na ang buhay nyo, andun pa ba si God sa relationship nyo? And that is how you show value. So how do we make our marriages more valuable than any other relationship we have? So importante talaga yung foundation ng relationship for it to really be valuable in the end. And of course, you can only be able to give that value if you also value yourself, and of course how you show your value to your spouse. So what are the steps, or how do you show, or how do you value your spouse? So I'll give you 10 steps that you can it's like a checklist that you can do to be able to see if there is really value in the relationship, and how can you take the necessary action for you to be able to give that value kung sa tingin mo nawawala na nga yung value na yon for your spouse. So, how to value your spouse? First step is demonstrate respect. How do you show respect? So, what makes a husband and wife relationship work smoothly? Remember, life moves fast. There are always too many issues and events in a day between our jobs, our kids, our coworkers, and sometimes in our relationship with our spouse. So how do you really show that respect? This is one of the way in which you can show value to your partner, to your husband, if you're or to your wife. So, of course, it comes with how you match your tone and the words to your body language. And so, showing respect is more than just the action, but it's also the words and the tone of your voice. And it's also about giving your full attention, both when you are speaking and when you are responding. So, the tone of voice counts a lot in showing respect. May moments ako minsan na ano eh, when Coach Ron asks me questions and I am irritated, iba talaga yung tono ng voice ko. And of course, that triggers him as well. So, it's not really showing or demonstrating respect. So, if you really want a good communication between your partner, you have to be aware of how you show that respect. Kasi kung ikaw din yun, ayaw mo din na iba yung kung ikaw din yun, ayaw mo din na ganun yung tono ng boses ng kausap mo. Yung parang sarcastic or whatever it is. Basta, the tone of voice will have to match the words, and of course, the body language that you are conveying for your spouse to really feel that there is really respect in the relationship. And then brag about your spouse. It's also one way of showing respect. What character or qualities do you admire about him or her? Have you come into a situation na pag nag-uusap-usap yung mga babae, lalo na yung may asawa, at napag-usapan ang husband, ang laging nasasabi ay yung negative thing about the husband. I encountered one na ganyan, na parang wala nang nakitang maganda sa husband niya. Lagi na lang negative. So, ikikwento yun. Minsan nga, kilala mo na yung tao kahit hindi mo pa talaga nakikita in person. Pero alam mo na, at may judgment ka na. So, it's one way really of not showing respect to your spouse. Kasi whatever it is in your relationship, it has to be between the two of you. And kung may issue ka talaga sa asawa mo siya sabihin, hindi sa ibang tao. Ito din yung nagiging cases wherein at times nagkakaroon ng infidelity issues. Kasi ang nakikita yung negative, tapos ikikwento doon sa kung sino man yung kung saan siya naglalabas ng sama ng loob or naglalabas ng mga issues or something that is not okay in the relationship. So, di ba mas maganda kung pag magkakasama yung mga babae, lalo na pag may asawa, nag-uusap-usap about their husband, they are really able to talk about what's good. Kaya lang minsan kasi ang nangyayari, it keeps us so parang hindi tayo makaimik pag ganun. Kasi nga, feeling nila, kung, halimbawa, kung mabait yung husband ng isa, tas ganun, you feel na parang nagkakaroon ka ng comparison. And at times also, you feel na hindi, parang, you're bragging about how good your relationship is. Kaya minsan, madalas, hindi talaga ginagawa to ng mga babae na they talk about their husband and brag about them because it's really something that they don't want. Kaya lang nilang sabihin yung mga pa-joke. But if it's into deep conversation, it's so hard for us to really brag about our partners. So, what's important is you being specific about the character or qualities that you admire about your spouse. And so think about one quality you so love about your partner and focus on that. It's one of the way that you can bring back that value to your husband. Siyempre, kung pag lalaki ka, it's one of the value that you can give to your wife. And then, of course, let your spouse finish talking. Siyempre, as you go along in the relationship, minsan, alam mo na, narinig mo na ng ilang beses yung kwento. And also, what times, pag nagkwekwentuhan kayo and you reminisce about those memories na pag-uusapan nyo, mas nauuna ka nang tapusin yung kwento, di ba? Kasi either out of excitement or maybe because ayaw mo na siyang, kasi ilang beses mo na siyang narinig. But it's one way also of not showing your respect to your partner. So what's important is you wait. Let your spouse finish talking before you add your opinion. Um, if you interrupt or talk over their words, there might be clues that you will be missing to how they feel or what they're feeling. So remember, sometimes some of us are slower to express how we feel and might not share quickly. So maybe we need a bit of time to organize our thoughts. So if you're the spouse who speaks more quickly or who organizes thoughts by talking out loud, then there's a good chance you are talking while your spouse is thinking. So at times this leads to miscommunication because you already decided something and yet the partner has not yet come into that or has not yet even shared his or her thoughts yet. So how do you usually handle this? Even though if you already know na kilalang kilala mo na yung asawa mo, let him or her finish the speaking. Allow the person to really express. Be mindful or be aware of the tone of voice, the body language. There might be some hidden signals there na na you need to be able to really that you need to be able to really check out kung ano man yun. Baka kasi may mga hidden message na doon or something na hindi niya lang may open up sa'yo. Then this means you are showing value to your spouse by really being able to deep dive into the conversation. So practice the art of pause. And one way also of showing value to your spouse is demonstrate your value your spouse by being on time. So be on time. Pag halimbawa may usapan kayong time, honor that time. It's one way to show your value to your spouse. Remember, being on time can be a challenge for some people, especially sa mga wife. Di ba when you prepare, it has to be, minsan, you need a long time to prepare. So, pag kami ni Coach, pag may lakad kami, nauna taga ako maligo, kasi matagal ako mag-prepare. And I have to know that he is very prompt on time, so I have to honor that time. And when I honor that time, it's also one way of me showing him his worth because I honor the space and the time that he wants in the relationship. So I challenge you, even if you've had a long busy day, drop what you're doing and pay full attention as your partner shares the thought. So give that time to your other half. Another way to value your spouse is really making the plan work. What will happen if you change the plan? It means making the plan work means deciding to invest time together. So there might be some cases wherein you were able to plan out for something, but there was a sudden change. What usually happen is you throw tantrums, or minsan kasi taga maiinis ka naman, and I admit hindi madali to really let go, or just na parang you set na yung time pero bigla kang umatras, or there was something that has to be done. But remember, this is more than just spending time with your spouse. This is also about understanding what your husband or your wife finds important about the activity. So kung may changes, honor the changes. It might be something na baka may nakita siyang mas valuable for the both of you. So allow that space. Make the plan work regardless of why the original plan did not push through. It is also showing the value of the opinion of what you have about your partner. And laugh together. When was the last time you had a good laugh together? So it's a wonderful gift to be able to laugh together as a husband and wife. And laughter brings spice to the relationship. So, understand your spouse sense of humor. Paano nga pag hindi ganun kagaling mag-joke? Si Coach Sean kasi hindi magaling mag-joke. Pero matatawa ka sa kanya kasi the expression that he has will make you laugh. But at times, the joke itself na, never mind, let's not talk about the joke, di ba? So, but it's really more about the laughter that you have, the laughter that you will be sharing that counts. So show you value your spouse by being sensitive and discerning. Timing din at times on to show that value. So just allow your spouse to express, then go ahead and laugh together. Um, Another way also is honoring family qualities and quirks. So, which family qualities do you value about your spouse? Remember, family qualities, quirks, idiosyncrasies, they show up in your spouse. Remember, he is a product of one family. So, at times, it's really not easy to accept yung baka may mga mannerism siya na nakuha niya sa family niya na ayaw mo. Ganun ka din naman. Meron ka din namang mga mannerisms or mga pet peeves na nakuha mo din sa family mo pero ayaw ng partner mo. But learn to accept and appreciate because you are two different individuals. So acknowledge the good stuff in your spouse family of origin kasi yun din naman yung gusto mo. Tanggapin ka niya din based on who you are and what family you came from. So your spouse is the product of his or her family's upbringing. So just identify all the reasons why his or her family contributed to such a great person. So hanapin mo yung positive qualities, not the ugly ones that you see or the flaws that you see. Remember, both of you has flaws, but learn to accept it and really think that there is really something. So demonstrating your value is the value of your spouse is also acknowledging the origin of your partner, the family where he or she came from. And the ninth way that you can show your value, that you value your spouse, is of course appreciating your spouse personality. So how can you appreciate your spouse personality? Despite how different you each are, how much are you appreciating? So the first step, of course, is to realize all the positive aspects of your spouse, showing your spouse your value for him or her, and acknowledging the strengths that he or she has. So it's important that you are able to acknowledge and accept the personality of it, appreciate it. Showing your spouse um, it's about really knowing the strengths that he or she have and focusing on it instead of the flaws na lagi na lang mali yung nakikita mo. So it's more really of acknowledging your partner's strengths that shows the value. And whenever your partner, whatever weakness there is, it's you really supporting him or her to be able to change for the better. And finally is accepting help from your spouse. So how do you accept help from your spouse? Siyempre, when you're already in the marriage at sometimes matagal na kayo, parang very common na whatever he does, you no longer say thank you kasi partner mo na siya eh. Same way na hindi na din siya nagta-thank you sa'yo. But at times, really being able to acknowledge, to appreciate, when your husband helps by saying thank you is also an important thing. Madali nga tayong magbitaw ng thank you sa strangers eh, or sa ibang tao. Then why can't we do it to our spouse when he or she offers help? At times kasi, meron ding cases na the help is already an expectation on your end. So, hindi na siya help para sa'yo. But really, at times, it's still a help that is being extended. And when the help is there, of course, provide positive feedback and say thank you to that help. And may cases na parang at times, when I ask for help, tas ang tagal gawin, tas gagawin mo na. Pero gagawin niya pa din naman yun eh. Allow him that space. That's also one way. May ano lang kasi we have to honor din kung ready na ba siyang tulungan ka. Or minsan kasi nagmamadali din eh. May ganun ako kay coach. Pag hindi niya ginagawa, gagawin ko na. So, maiinis lang ako. But I came to a point na I have to allow him to come into that space na okay, okay na ako. Kasi nung time na hiningi ko siya or nagpatulong ako is he was also busy with something. Tapos hindi ko na naantay. Tapos gagawin ko na. Tapos pag-aawayan lang namin. It's not really helping the both of us. Kasi parang, ano bang tawag doon? Parang we take turns or we take into account kung ano na yung nagawa, sino nang gagawa, and all. So it's not really helping the relationship to prosper. So what you can do is really encourage your spouse with your support that goes above and beyond what anyone else can do. It's a way to make your spouse feel valued. And finally, I'm gonna leave you with some self-reflections that you can check out. This is one. This is from one of the toolkits that we're using. And if you're interested, just connect with me. Let's have a conversation. You can drop by at Cup Coffee Republic any time of the day between 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. so we can have a conversation. Or you can also connect with Coach Rizel at 0917-586-1661 to book a discovery session with me. These self-reflection questions will help you also determine how much value do you have for your partner and what are you willing to do to be able to bring that relationship into a deeper one wherein you really acknowledge each other's strengths and weakness and how you can really show each other the value that you have. And so if you need help with these questions, feel free to message me, of course, and let's have a conversation. So first is, what are the most important things in your marriage? So ano ba yung importante sa inyong dalawa? Whether take a look at all the aspects in your marriage that you have and list down everything and see what is the most important in your marriage. And what would you do if your marriage were, if you were guaranteed success? So, if successful ang marriage, ano kaya yung pwede mong gawin? But if you're in a stage na hindi, ano din yung mga pwede mong gawin to keep the relationship together and really work for it and fight for it till the end? Of course, no one comes into the marriage just to end it anytime. Pumasok kayo sa relasyon because gusto nyong makita na till the end you are together, na parehas kang dumating dun sa finish line together, na malaki na yung mga bata, and you can do so much more even if you grow old together. And of course, what can you introduce in your marriage that can change your weekly routine, the way you act towards each other, and the way you think and act towards yourself. If you want to know more about these questions, if you want to really discover yourself in the process, or you want you and your spouse to discover what you have in the relationship, and the questions is kind of hard for you, or you want to be processed, then do as I've said, just message me or visit us at Decap Coffee Republic. Everyone there is, of course, um, a life coach. Even the people serving you are life coaches. So you can talk to anyone, but you can also request, kung gusto nyo yung ako yung kausap, yes, we can. We can set up a discovery session. We can do it at Decap Coffee Republic, or you can just connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661 and book a discovery session with me, or you can also connect with me through the number that I will give you. So that's it for me today. Connect with me at 0917-806-4200. You can also like my page, Coach Tin de Joya, and our life coach Tin, and of course, subscribe to my group. It's not all about love coaching community. But before that, let me invite you. It's still the month of love. It's still February, so DCAP is still giving away the following digital Valentine digital collection from Master Coach A. So if you want to avail a copy of the Valentine Journal, all you have to do is order a minimum order worth 1,500. You can, of course, check out the healthy foods that DCAP have. You can also, if you want the couples journal, it's also a minimum order of 1,500. And for the love coaching card, it's a 45-piece set love coaching card. Minimum order is worth 2,000. But if you want to avail all the Valentine journal, the couples journal, and the 45-piece set love coaching card, you can do a minimum order of, or accumulated order of 5,000 pesos. So all you have to do is connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661 to book your orders, or just drop by at Decap Coffee Republic. It's a safe place where you can dine in and really have that empowering conversation with a life coach. And of course, we are soon launching the Done For You resume. So if you are someone who wants to transition to another job, and you want to nail the best job that is fitted to your skills, then let us help you customize your resume with the skills that you have to the job that you want, and of course, increase your hireability. Connect with us. You can connect with me at 0917-806-4200, or you can also connect with Coach Mao at 0917-903-8155. So stay tuned because we will be having a free talk at DCAP with regards to job hunting and resume creation. So drop by at DCAP. You can also like DCAP Coffee Republic page to stay tuned for more activities. And also, if you are someone who is starting a business, or you want to find out what business you can really start, then do join us. This is a special project by Team Cafe. Join us for the Startup Business Bootcamp. This is a 3-day business bootcamp via Zoom, wherein we talk about you, your target market, and your system. This is every 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's going to be on February 23, 24, and 25. So connect with me if you're interested to join us in the Startup Business Bootcamp. So thank you so much, everyone. As we end today's episode, let me invite you to visit our coaching hub, Decap Coffee Republic, located at Pioneer Center Compound, along Pioneer Road, corner Brixton and United Streets, Capitolia, Pasig City, just across Bayanihan Center. And our coaching hub is open physically from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., but virtual operations is 24/7, and we offer coaching services on demand any time of the day and any day of the week. So please connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 for your coaching needs. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next week. Same day, same time, and love, bam, boom. Bye-bye.